I never wanted to test him, I swear I didn't. But when I saw how he looked at her, how she always found excuses to touch him, to compliment him in front of me like I was invisible, something inside me cracked. So I told him to go ahead, sleep with her. If that's what you want so badly, do it. And the worst part? He did. And now, every time I try to sleep, I still hear her laughter in my home, in my kitchen, in our bedroom. I wasn't always like this, but jealousy will turn even the most confident woman into someone unrecognizable. My name is Nia, I'm 32. Before all this, people used to say we were the dream couple, Nia and Daniel. Married 6 years. No kids yet, but we were building. A house in progress. Date nights. Matching hoodies. The kind of love you post on Instagram when you know people are watching. Daniel was never the flashy type. He was quiet, kind, worked in IT, hated clubs. I used to feel lucky that I didn't have to worry about him. Until she came back. Selena. His best friend from childhood. The one I had never met. Until she randomly moved back to town after her divorce. Don't worry, babe. She's like a sister to me. Daniel said the first night he introduced us. But sisters don't wear crop tops to married men's houses. Sisters don't linger when they hug your husband. Sisters don't text at 2 a.m. saying, I miss us. I walked into our living room one evening, just before dinner, and there it was. Selena's phone, on our couch, unlocked. She had left it while rushing out earlier that day. I wasn't snooping. I was just trying to return it. But the messages were right there. Her entire thread with Daniel. Can't stop thinking about last night. You make me feel like I'm 18 again. She doesn't deserve you. My knees gave out. I dropped the phone. I just sat there, shaking. And when Daniel came home that night, I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I asked him one question. If I let you sleep with her, will it finally end the obsession? He froze. Then he said, if that's what it takes to save this, then yes. So I said, fine. That night, I packed a bag and went to my sister's house. I couldn't stay. I didn't want to hear the silence between them, the lies, the half-guilt moans. I waited 2 days. He didn't call. Not once. I finally came back home, and the house felt violated. Same bedsheets, same kitchen towel, same wine glasses. She had been here. Inside my space. Inside my marriage. Daniel was already at work when I returned. But he left a note on the fridge. It's done. I only want you. I'm sorry. But the damage was irreversible. The more he tried to be better, the more I saw Selena in everything. When he touched me, I wondered how he touched her. When he made me coffee, I wondered if he made hers sweeter. I hated her, but I hated myself more, because I thought giving permission would give me power, but all it gave me was silence and nightmares. 2 weeks later, Selena showed up at my office. I nearly lost it, but she wasn't smug. She looked shattered. Her eyes were puffy, hair messy. She didn't look like the threat I had built up in my head. I thought he'd choose me, she said, almost whispering. That's when it hit me. She really believed it. She thought sleeping with him was love. She thought our marriage was already over. And now she was just another woman used to fix a broken ego. I should have felt victorious. But I didn't. Because the truth is, I gave him away. And now I was begging myself to want him back. You know what's worse than betrayal? Knowing you invited it. Knowing you handed over your heart and said, go ahead, tear it apart, I'll watch. Every woman who's ever said, He's not cheating on me. I gave him permission. Is lying to herself. Permission doesn't erase pain. He stopped going out. He started planning surprise dinners again. He even cried one night saying he'd never forgive himself. But the problem wasn't him anymore. It was me. I had become addicted to the power of punishment. I wanted him to suffer longer. I wanted him to crawl for months. I wanted him to feel as sick as I did. But the more he begged, the emptier I felt. Because deep down, I knew this wasn't just about Selena. It was about something darker. Daniel wasn't my first heartbreak. When I was 21, I walked in on my fiancé cheating on me with my cousin. I swore I'd never be that girl again, the one who cried and begged and lost herself over a man. So I became the opposite. I became the girl who would give permission, just to prove a point. But power isn't healing. Control isn't closure. I wanted Daniel to cheat because I needed proof that I was never the problem. I needed to say, see? I was right all along. Men will always choose chaos. But proving yourself right can still leave you alone. Today, we're still married. Technically. We sleep in the same bed. We say good morning. We even went on vacation recently, pretending we're rebuilding. But the truth is, I don't trust him. And worse, he doesn't trust me either. Not because of Selena, but because I was willing to gamble our entire marriage for the sake of pride. Women always talk about cheating like it's the man's failure. But what happens when the woman opens the door? What happens when the woman's rage becomes the invitation? I thought letting him sleep with her would give me closure, but all it gave me was a mirror. And I didn't like the woman I saw. Last night, he told me he's been offered a job in another city. He wants a fresh start. He asked if I'd come. I didn't say yes, because part of me still wants to scream. Part of me still wants to punish. But another part of me, the smaller, quieter part I keep buried. She just wants to feel safe again, to trust someone again, to stop comparing herself to women like Selena. I don't know if I'll ever get that back. But I know one thing. Jealousy is loud. Guilt is louder. But silence? Silence is what kills love the fastest. So tonight, I'll finally speak. I'll tell him what I really feel. And maybe, just maybe, it won't be too late.